Thank you, Dr. Heckman. I want to thank you for your friendship, for our year together, and for your wonderful words and sentiments, especially during Friday's Academic Awards Assembly. Life in Warsaw, life as an administrator, will not be the same without you around. I will miss your boundless big man energy, the high fives, the sudden and loud yells in our office, our flying chest bumps in the hallway, together yelling at the seniors who are playing poker and leaving trash in the commons, all of it. We've had a very good year. Thank you also to Dr. Jacobson, Dr. Knobloch, Mr. Liu, board members, Mrs. Betty Barr, and other distinguished alumni, parents, friends, esteemed faculty members, graduates, and an assortment of old people who have no idea what I'm saying right now. Ni hao. I stand before you today lost in the darkness. You see, last year, Dr. Heckman said, I also gave the commencement address, and it went pretty well. I told a few jokes, tugged on a few heartstrings, and overall delivered a pretty successful and somewhat entertaining speech, so I've been told. After the ceremony, I was approached by a faculty member who commented, "Boy, I hate to be the sucker who follows you next year." Thanks for that. But I am humbled to be asked by the graduates to speak today, even though I spent all of my intellectual and comedic capital on last year's address. Do you know what the overarching theme of that speech was? Of course you don't. You know why? Because it was, "You will not remember anything I say to you today." So really, what am I supposed to say now? Last year I was just kidding. You'll remember everything now. It truly is an honor to be back here for this dignified and momentous occasion, celebrating these magnificent young men and women seated behind me and representing our excellent high school. Well, hold on for a second. I need to comment on something up front about our excellence. Some people, and I will not name names because I am kind and I have a commitment to act with compassion and integrity. By the way, I am a lifelong learner with the courage to live my dreams. Some people have asserted that SAS has lost its excellence, and they have implied that we are not among the top 4 schools in the region. I know, really. I ask those people, have you actually been on one of our campuses and in our classrooms? Have you witnessed the intellectual energy and vitality of our faculty and our students? Have you read our university acceptance list? Probably not, because it's really long and the words are covered with ivy. Have you seen the life and character and wonderment that prevails throughout our school? Have you seen one of our musicals? Have you listened to our orchestra? Have you talked to a student who has been on a Habitat build or to the Jacaranda School? Have you read our international math competition results? Have you watched Ji Ping swim? Well, to you, I say this. Nana nana boo boo, stick your head in doo doo because we're better than you. Seriously though, let's be humble for a minute. Let's be mature about this, because we know deep down that we are no better or worse than any other private international school in this city or this region. We all stand together as one, shoulder to shoulder, arm in arm, determined to provide the young people in this world with the best educational experiences possible. No, I'm just kidding. We rule, they drool. We are 400% awesome. You can have your big 4, because we have Katie with the palette, Thomas at the net, Alex in first chair, Jessica on the mound, Daryl on vocals, Ellen on point, Lexington without a calculator, J-Boss with a finger on the buzzer, Julie on the bass line, Alex on the keyboards, Brady behind the dish, XY with the harmonica, Gregory with the robot controls, and so on and so on. Every single person behind me is proof that we need no proof. The 177 graduates of Puxi High School and the graduates of their sister school in Pudong, this illustrious class of 2013, representing 3,362 students and 370 faculty members across 2 campuses, have the talent, the wisdom, the confidence, the compassion, the creativity and determination to walk alone, to walk ahead of everybody, and to do what it takes to realize our mission. Now, if we could only get back that great pork sandwich that Eurus used to serve in our cafeteria, we'd actually reach nirvana. And then perhaps we could get rid of the servings of double starches from Sodexo. Rice and potatoes heaped on the same plate, it's just not healthy. I was given lots of advice to mix things up this year, to make the speech just as unique, just as entertaining, just as meaningful as last year's. So let's see here. Offend old people who don't speak English, check. Disguise sensitive political statement with enough vagaries and jokes to keep audience guessing as to what the heck I'm really talking about, check. Pay homage to our incredibly talented class of graduates, check. Show picture of Rosemary UN on the big screen to elicit a cheap laugh. Scratch that. Oh, here's one. Give 10 pieces of practical advice to the students about what to do and what not to do in college. Okay, let's do that right now. Graduates, today you move on to a new phase of life. For those of you not taking a gap year and not heading into national military service, and not hanging out in your bedroom playing Need for Speed Most Wanted and yelling at your mom to reset the Wi-Fi and bring you more ramen, here are 10 pieces of practical advice from Sheehan. Wait, that sounded weirdly like Miss Sue talking about myself in the third person. Number 1, back up your hard drive. And don't drink over your laptop. There are no loaner computers where you're going to school. 2, within 5 minutes of getting to campus and moving into your dorm, make a friend. Decades later, you'll still know and care about each other. Number 3, take advantage of the meal plan while you have it. Because when you move off campus in your sophomore year, the mac and cheese gets really old. And by the way, stay away from the frozen burritos in the gas station across the street from the school, because they produce another kind of gas that your roommate will not appreciate. Number 4, don't ever walk away from your laptop while you're logged into Facebook. Friends and family elsewhere in the world will be shocked at your sudden, bold, and provocative admissions and proclamations. 5, learn the course registration system early. McElroy and Mitchell and the rest of your academic IEs are not there to do it for you. If you wait too long, you'll end up with 8 o'clock classes every day, and you'll be automatically enrolled in the only 7 p.m. Friday night class the university offers. And by the way, it'll be with the professor with the stricter attendance policy than Mr. Chan. Keep your behavior in check. Number 6, keep your behavior in check when you go to the local fraternity celebrations. Because A, everyone has a phone with a camera, and B, your friend will post compromising photos of you on BuzzFeed under the heading, 15 pictures your parents did not want to see. 7, learn how to use a microwave. You do not want to be that guy who doesn't know how to cook popcorn and sets off the building's fire alarm at 2 a.m. on Tuesday. Your dorm mates will not be happy with you. Number 8, don't fall in love with the first person you meet. I did, and I was a mess for an entire semester. Nikki Hopkins, wherever you are in the world, I apologize for those really bad poems I wrote to you. Chris, I saved the best ones for you. 9, be open to the possibility that your intended path of study, the major you've already chosen, or the one your parents chose for you in 2nd grade, might change. One day, say sometime in the middle of the 2nd semester of your 4th year, you might wake up and suddenly realize that the path you dreamed of walking down for the rest of your life is actually the wrong path altogether. You might need to take a little time off to reflect, to breathe, and to understand that becoming a financial analyst or an accountant is just not for you. Perhaps what you really like to do is read books and write stories, and maybe even down the road become a teacher. Then it might take you 7 years to get through university. And finally, number 10, call or write home on a regular basis. Not because it's important to maintain a strong relationship with your parents so that they allow you to move back in with them after you finally graduate and you can't find a job, but because it is they who will always provide the love and support you will need in the lightest and darkest of times. Your parents, your siblings, your grandparents, your extended family, whomever you have in life right now, are yours. They are bound to you and you to them by blood and by the interminable and precious silent mystery of love. When I reflect on this year, I've become acutely aware of just how precious indeed family really is. It was in this last year's speech that I recalled my own high school graduation ceremony 31 years ago. Some of you are doing the math right now. Yes, that makes me 49. So in my speech, which I told, remember, the members of the class of 2012 that they would not remember, I recounted some vivid memories of that day in 1982, specific details that have stuck with me for over 3 decades, including my then 19-year-old brother Kevin, screaming out from across the crowded gymnasium when I crossed the stage to get my diploma. And though Kevin passed away in November, I hear him every day. And after learning this week that my sister Terry, that her place on this earth is tenuous and possibly fleeting, I am once again reminded of what matters most in this world, family, and the happiness and the solace and comfort they provide. Graduates, beyond the stage, after the screams and the shouts have seemingly drifted away, past these city limits, out there in the wider world, you will experience triumphs and successes that will make your achievements at SAS look like, well, those of a student from a Big 4 school. I'm confident that you will have many moments in the sun, savor those moments, bask in them, and appreciate them to the fullest, and maybe wear a little sunscreen. Unfortunately, you will face struggles and challenges that will no doubt strike deep personal chords and cast shadows over you, sometimes long and menacing. Your experiences at SAS, combined with the support and love you have received from the people cheering for you today, I have already said, have imbued you with the talent, wisdom, confidence, compassion, creativity, and determination to walk alone, to walk ahead, to do what it takes to step out of the shadows and into the sunlight. And if you can't move forward, then take out your phone and call home. Graduates and the entire SAS community, it has been my pleasure to serve you for these past 5 years. I wish you all the best. Thank you.